Kia Orana. Welcome, Virgo. Happy New Year. Happy 2016. Welcome to your first Taroscope reading of the year, January. We will be using these Morgan Greer cards, one for each week of the month, so 4 cards and a 5th overall energy card. We will then move on to a higher vibrational energy card as well. Now, I have also decided to use a mantra for each zodiac sign for the month, and the mantras weren't designed by me. They were thought of or created by a very good astrologer by the name of Linda Goodman in the 70s, I believe. And Virgo, your mantra is I analyze, which kind of feels quite right to me. So you can use that in any way you feel free to for the month or even the year, because she designed these mantras to work completely with your sun sign. So as I say, yours is I analyze. So let's see what cards you have for January 2016. Your little crystal there in the background is the clear rhomboid clear quartz, and on top of it this beautiful little collection of crystals that have broken off original ones. This is a citrine, little piece of citrine, and all of these are glorious pieces of the celestite or angelite. So you've got a really unusual, eclectic little bunch of crystals there to begin the year with. And even though they're pieces of originals, they apparently still offer the same energetic vibration. They just chose to leave their original piece behind and start a new life on their own. Your first card is the 8 of Rods. Your second card is the King of Pentacles. Your third is the 7 of Swords. And your fourth is Death. And your 5th card, the overall energy card, is the 4 of Rods or Wands. So you've got the one major arcana here, guys. You've got the Death card, and you have got 2 rods or wands, a sword and a pentacle. So one of your type of energies, the pentacles here in the second week. Let's move into this reading and see what comes up, see what sort of thoughts and ideas pop up as we move into it. I see a lot of yellow here in the middle of January period, and yellow is known as the intellectual colour, so I think you've got thoughts on your mind and some sort of thing about, you know, the intellectual processes of life. I always think of yellow as still being sunny and that it has the potential for a positive outcome. So we see over here this 8 of Rods. It's rushing into your reading. It's the very beginning. So it's like January heralds in something quite quick at the beginning of January. Now this can be all sorts of different things, but it often even indicates travel or a trip, or travel by air as well. Something that gets you somewhere relatively quickly. It could be pre-planned, but it could also be a trip that turns up unexpectedly. If we think of it from a health perspective, there's a lot going on there. You see these rods, you know, pew, turning up in this vision. So I think sometimes we start new beginnings when this card turns up. So health-wise, you could be rushing around and doing a lot at the beginning of the year. And it has the feeling of saying slow down a little bit. See if you can pull things back and slow them down so that you can appreciate it and that you can pace it and plan it. This is often also too considered the card of new relationships coming in, and quite often romantic relationships. And if this is the case, again, it can be quite quick. And I see these arrows are pointing straight here at this King of Pentacles. So this person may be involved one way or another. And this is quite often an earth sign like yourself. So the Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn type energies. if this is someone who's coming into your life in that second week, he could be financially, stable. He's thoughtful, considerate, calm, of the earth. So they're usually reliable people as well that you can lean on for support, and quite trustworthy usually. So this is either you in your reading putting your 2 cents worth, or this is someone possibly coming in. Now I noticed too that all the crystals happen to pop up right over him, and those crystals are very much about new beginnings as well, because they've left their old home behind. And the rhomboid is about changing your paradigms in life, if you like, or changing your perspectives, because that's what the rhomboid is doing. It's altering some sort of cellular stuff. So I also note down here we have this 4 of Wands, traditionally a really happy card, and it's for your overall energy for the month. And it's quite often the card of happy homes, marriages, engagements, attending happy functions. And sometimes I guess at the beginning of the year we do have functions to go to and parties to attend, and friends and family to catch up with. So this could be a feeling in January as well, whether or not any of you are attending any of those type of functions, or you're hosting them, or there is something in the air about any of those events that I have mentioned, and they seem connected again with this. Health-wise, I would say he is sturdy. Health seems nice and grounded. I think of eating fruits and vegetables if you were thinking of anything for your diet, because he's covered in them, isn't he? And I know they're grapes, but I don't think it means to drink a lot. So I think we can bypass that if any of you were thinking of that one. I think if we come to the 3rd week, the 7 of Swords, this is a card that tells you to be a little bit aware of things going on around you. And sometimes, again, this can be yourself or it can be others, but it suggests that something is not gelling quite right with you. You're either thinking about a situation and wondering which way to go because you're a wee bit divided, or there's a part of this situation that you're not seeing the whole picture to, or some of it is being kept from you, or it's undercover, or consequently you're involved in something like this yourself. You're either covering something up, or you're not showing the full pathway to a certain outcome or problem or issue. He's heading back into the month, almost as if in the 3rd week, whatever's going on here happened a little bit earlier. So it feels as though you're kind of, as the month progresses, things still are all conglomerating together from the beginning. So it feels like it's congealed or connected one way or another. If you're signing any legal documents or you're involved in any activities where other people are concerned, especially business-wise, be very careful to check them carefully, especially if you're uplifting mortgages or loans of any type. Make sure that you're doing it through a really certified place or people, and that you're doing it for the right reasons, not the wrong reasons. That's another thing to think of for that one. Health-wise, again, I would say slow down, take it a bit easy. There's a wee bit of anxiety sometimes when this card is around, so just try and pace yourself. I'm also seeing the neck and the head here, so thinking of if any of you have a sore neck and need massage or manipulation, or in your head, if you've got head pain, it's around the back of the head type area. So yeah, just pace yourselves, don't stress out too much, and try and enjoy this guy here, which is yourselves as well. He seems quite in control and happy and centered and strong. Actually, you're heading back to get some of that strength. And then we come to the 4th week and we see the Death card, and we know that death is new beginnings, and so you've got kind of new stuff coming in here, and you've got this at the other end as well, which is what I'm saying. Your reading seems to be all glued together one way or another. Something's very connected within it. Death means getting rid of something that no longer suits you, and it can be old habits, old lifestyles, relationships, belief systems, health issues. You can see so much move when the death card is here. It's a major arcana card, and it's a very intense one. If you look in the background, there is a rising sun coming up. So we know that this signifies new hope and new promises and new adventure and everything new. Perhaps too, coming in January, it's all about, what did you make for your New Year's resolutions as such? Or what new desires have you got for this year coming up? What are you passionate about? What changes do you want to bring in? Sometimes this is exactly what the death card is, it's alighting us to. Cutting away the old that no longer serves you, and letting go of things that are just wrong anymore and not doing you justice. And these two kind of, giving a bit of a message here together as well. So I think you've got a lot of stuff going on in January for you, Virgo, about what direction you're going in personally. It seems quite a personal reading because we've got these two people close up, and as well as the death card here. But definitely we've got a lot of yellow, so there's thoughts going on, and I don't know. Maybe some of you leave a lot behind. You leave a lot as you're moving into January and into the rest of 2016. But I think a lot of people on the planet are. This is a 9 year, it's an endings year, 2016, so a lot of people will have that going on as well, just thinking of new beginnings and new change, pushing out the old. So there we are, guys, lots to think about there for you. Let's move these ones aside and see what your higher vibrational energy card has to offer. We are using these gorgeous angels of Atlantis, and where shall we go? Nobody knows. Where shall we go? That one, I think. Raziel, faith. Well, isn't that beautiful? And I think, having faith is a true gift. Some people would think of that as their faith, their own religious perspective faith, and that could very well be the message for you right there. I think that energy comes from the purple ray, which is very much in the top of the head chakras, almost white and purple violet, coming through your crown chakra most likely. So quite a high energy coming in, giving you lots of thought and faith. Yeah, let me read from the book for you. Faith wishes to be present at this time of your life, and Raziel similarly desires to help you. Make a sacred call to this archangel as you make your leap of faith, when courage is needed to flee from all that is familiar. Oh wow, I get the goosebumps when I do these readings, and they are so connected. There's the fleeing from all that was familiar. It's amazing, guys. As you embark on your new adventure, the subtle vapours of the universal mysteries will support you. Ask yourself, what is it that needs releasing from my life? If you hang on to a thought, feeling or situation that needs releasing, it will only worsen. Let go and let God in. Chant the sacred syllable Om to bring in the divine. Wow, I don't think I need to say much more. You know, your 2 words at the beginning of your reading were "I analyse," and it seems as if that's exactly what you were doing. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this reading. It's really deep. It's very, very meaningful. It's full of a lot of knowledge from source or spirit, and full of a lot of connection for you. So, wonderful way to start your new year, Virgo, and I wish you all the very best for January and 2016 ahead. Remember, if you want to uplift a reading with me, just follow the links on my webpage. And wishing you the best. Thanks for subbing and liking. Ka kite anoa. Much aroha. Namaste from Chris.